Atlas is on the picture.
Practice.
I want to be famous too. He wants to be part of the family fame. Alright, let's see. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dancers Real Talk. And this time on this episode we have none other than my beautiful wife, Erin Vazquez. How you doing?
I'm good.
And Atlas, of course.
Say hi.
And anyway, so thank you for being with us. And our interview, basically what I would like to ask is to get to know you a little bit better, for our friends out there, to get to know your story on how you became a dancer, how you get into dancing, how did you start, and then we're going to talk about other kinds of dances. But first of all, let's start with what was the first time that something clicked in your mind and said, I want to be a dancer, I want to dance something? What kind of music, where? Tell us.
Well, it's kind of funny because I'm gonna go off a little bit for a minute, but I did ballet when I was in first grade, I think, and I quit after a year because I hated it. So it's kind of funny that I ended up dancing, that I am now a dancer, because I didn't stick with it very well when I was a kid. But really, for me, there's kind of two sides of this, because I got into, a friend from school when I was in fifth grade got me into like solo dancing. Like, we did different styles: jazz, hip hop, contemporary, things like that. And I really enjoyed that, but I always felt kind of awkward, or just like, I really liked it, but I didn't know if that was the style of dance that I would want to pursue longer term. But I think that that's what got me into dancing. And then my siblings all used to go swing dancing all the time when I'm the youngest, and so they would all go and I was too young to go. But my brothers would take me. I was really small, and so they would do all these crazy tricks with me and throw me all over the place. And so then once I was old enough, I think I was 15 when I started going swing dancing. And at the time, I think it was kind of like just following in their footsteps, because they were my cool older siblings. But that's when dancing really started clicking for me. I just loved, I don't know, I got really involved in it, and I started really loving the concept of kind of the language of dance between two people, that I could learn one side of a dance, and someone, a stranger, can know another side of the dance, and together we can make a dance happen, And so I got super involved in swing dancing from teenage years through probably, I don't know, mid-20s or so.
And what were some of the places, or what was a place where you guys would go to, like dance and just have fun and practice moves or whatever?
We would go to the Mercury Cafe. I mean, it's religiously went there like every week. Every Tuesday we went to the Mercury Cafe. It was Lindy Hop. There's a couple guys that I still know, like Kevin, this guy Kevin, who has known me since I was like 16 years old, probably, and has just seen, me through the years grow into the dancer I am now. I mean, I'm not really in swing anymore, but I still am friends with him. But so yeah, I mean, we went every single week to the Mercury Cafe, and then sometimes the Turnpike. But I would say that wasn't quite as religious, It was just if we felt like going an extra night or whatever.
Cool.
And I was on a dance team, so we'd practice at the Mercury Cafe and stuff.
Right on. So now that we know what was that thing that said, okay, you're gonna become a dancer, let's talk about salsa dancing. Let's talk about salsa and bachata dancing. Okay. How did you get started into salsa dancing, and which one of them was the first thing you heard or danced, or which one do you like the most? What do you love the most, really? Tell us
Yeah.
about it.
So it's kind of funny because the very first time I ever went salsa dancing, I was still doing swing dancing, and I was probably in my early 20s. And my friend, who also wasn't really a swing dancer, wanted to go to La Rumba. So we went, and we both figured, well, we know how to partner dance. Maybe we can kind of figure it out. Um, and also the swing scene is like different culturally in some ways. It's not quite as I don't know what to say, but there's less men who who get really close when they dance just because it's swing dancing. So I didn't really understand that about specifically bachata at the time. So we went, and this one particular man danced with me. He was older and like really short, and he asked me to dance, and so we were dancing. And I didn't know what bachata was at the time, but we were, I think, looking back, probably doing bachata, and he like turned me to be like right directly in front of him, and it was very violating, and he like was holding me really tight, and so that completely turned me off from salsa dancing. I was like, I found my friend, and I was like, this is horrible. These guys are terrible, disgusting, and I never want to do this again. I never want to come here again. So I thought that was the end of that. That was just never going to be my scene. And then a long time later, like 10 years later, no, not 10 years, maybe 6 years later, my friend that I used to work with, she's not even a salsa dancer, but she would go every once in a while with another friend of hers who is a salsa dancer. And she said, you should come with us, because I was at the time doing ballroom and looking for some social dancing, which it's hard to find with ballroom. So she said, you should come, and I told her I had a really bad experience, and she told me I should go to Opal, because Opal has a lot of good dancers that are more serious about dancing. And so I said, oh, reluctantly, I decided to go with her. And she is the one who got me, I can thank, for getting me into salsa dancing. I had no idea. I had very low expectations, and I just thought all the guys were going to be aggressive. Showed up at Opal and immediately fell in love with salsa. I mean, it was like I had a couple of dances, and I was like, this is my dance. Like, this is my love language for dance, kind of. And started going all the time to Opal. I went basically every week to Opal. I didn't go anywhere else for a while because I was afraid of going to La Rumba. So I did also start doing bachata right away, because at Opal they would mix them together, but salsa just immediately clicked for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye. Thanks for watching.